the former Air Force officer, Democratic Congresswoman Chrissy Houlahan, among those who are now aghast at how it was allowed to happen.
When I served in the military and I served in classified environments, had this happened to me, I would have walked my resignation in immediately. This is not okay. Communicating these sorts of things in Signal is not okay.
With us now, the Congresswoman from Pennsylvania. Congresswoman Houlahan joins us live here on the Hill. Thanks for being with us tonight. Appreciate it.
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
Of course. So you were in that hearing today. You basically suggested that it's time to move on from Pete Hegseth. Is that where you are?
100%.
100%.
I think that importantly, there are technologies that are available for these sorts of conversations. He knows better. Many of those folks who were on that Signal chat absolutely knew better and should have taken that conversation to the high side long before it became exposed by a journalist. So
a controversy around the defense secretary, Congresswoman, is not new. Last year, you remember, the defense secretary, Lloyd Austin, if you want to be on one end of the spectrum, you could say misled the president. If you want to be on the other end of the spectrum, you could say lied to the president. And at that point in time, when there were hearings about it, and he testified, you were not on the side of he's got to go. And I think it plays to the point, Congresswoman, of if you're on one team, you view this from one lens. If you're on another team, you view this from another lens. And I'm just wondering if that's the case, the defense secretary, it seems like a 4-year position and nothing's ever going to change.
Yeah, I gotta, kind of push back on your supposition there. I think they're not apples and apples. I think this is completely different. We're talking about literally classified information. The release of classified information in a non-secure environment is an absolutely impeachable, literally, offense. And the thing that he ought to be doing, as I mentioned in my hearing testimony, is he ought to be resigning. That's what a decent, moral person who understands the rules would be doing. And he, as a result of probably not resigning, should be removed from office. And I believe President Trump knows that. I think that all of the people who are on the other side of the dais along with me, who've served in the military and who understand what it is to manage classified information, as I do, and all of those on the other side of the dais who also understand that, know what the right thing is to do. In this particular case, it is to resign or to be resigned, to be removed.
Congresswoman Houlahan, a Democrat from Pennsylvania, in that hearing today with us tonight here on the Hill. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.